Good afternoon, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this information session on the South African Mathematics Olympiad. Please keep yourself on mute until the question and answer session at the end, when we'll try and take as many questions as possible. So the South African Mathematics Olympiad is the most prestigious Olympiad in South Africa, with almost 100,000 learners participating annually. And that's from about 1,300 high schools. It consists of 3 rounds, with the first round, where you hear, being written at the schools or online, and then being marked by the teacher or by the computer system. And those learners who achieve 50% or higher then qualify for the second round. And then after the second round, we take the top 100 or top 200, 100 juniors and 100 seniors to compete in the third round. So if we look at the first round, we would like you to try and register online. So if you log in, you will have to be a registered user so that you can log into your account. And then you'll go to Olympiad entries and you will click on online entry 2024. Now there are 2 possible screens that you will see. The first screen will be the South African Maths Olympiad with the dates on the right-hand side, about the SAMO, the key details, and select one of the following registration options. You will see this page if you are registered as a user and you are linked to your school. If you are not registered as a user, you will not see this page. If you're not linked to your school, you will also not see this page. Just to show you what it will look like when you're not linked to your school. Sorry, when you are logged in and you are not registered as your school, then you will get to this page, which looks similar, but it ends with, are you already registered as an organizer for your school? Then you can log in and register your learners. Are you registered but not linked to your school? Then this is the page you will see. And you can just send an email to Jacob Mosegle, moseglej@samf.ac.za, with the name of your school and the email address with which you registered on the SAMF website. If you are not registered as a user, then you will first have to register as a user. And when you register, insert your school name. For any assistance, you can ask any one of the WhatsApp groups, or you can send a WhatsApp directly to 074 515 7463. So I want to carry on from where you are registered as a user, you are linked to your school, so you have sent an email to Jacob or to myself or to David, and you are now ready to register your learners. Your first step would be to select one of these registration options. Either the online option, so you want to register online and you want your learners to participate online. That includes learners participating on computers, on laptops, on tablets, and on cell phones. And that would be 30 Rand per learner for South African learners. Secondly, if you want to register online, but you want your learners to participate with pen and paper, then there's 2 options. And both of them has got to do with how you receive the question papers. The first one is if you receive the question papers and all the materials by email and you make the necessary copies for your learners. That's what we call the email option for 35 Rand per learner. Or you want to receive the question papers and the materials by post, and that would be 45 Rand per learner, the post option. If you don't want to register online, then we'll redirect you to the entry form. You can complete the entry form by hand and then scan or email it to info@samf.ac.za. So what I wanted to show you is what will happen when we use one of these options for registering online. Keep in mind that both the online, the email, and the post will do exactly the same. The only change will be in the finance code. So I'm going to choose the email option. Let's see if that works. Okay. My apology. I just need to register as a different user. So I'm going to show you the email option, but keep in mind that the online and the post option for online registration works the same. So you click on email and it takes you to the school's page, the school that you are registered at. So in this case, I'm registered as the teacher for school 11065. Please check that the information about the school is correct. And in this case, at the finance option, you'll see that it says finance email because I chose the email option. If you had chosen the online option, it should say finance online. And if you had chosen the post option, it should say finance RSA. Just check that all the school's information is correct. And then you get to the table that you've dealt with before if you have done the online registration before. So I'm going to complete. I have two black grade 8s, two white grade 10s. Those two are female, those two are female, and these two are male. So once you've completed your table, and please ensure that you complete the table as best as you can, because this determines the number of entries that will then be linked to your school. I can say submit. Just wait for the processing. And you will see that the table has now completed the total columns for the 6 learners that I've entered. And I can either pay through PayFast with a credit card, or you can prepare an invoice for the EFT payment by clicking on the PDF invoice button. It already reflects the entry cost. 6 times 35 is 210 Rand. And as soon as we have received your payment, we will complete the payments received line to show that there's nothing outstanding. So this is the basic registration of the number of learners that will participate. Now, there's an extra part this year that we added, and that is where you can choose an Excel file and then import it from Excel. Let me show you the Excel file that I'm referring to. It's very similar to the second round registration form that you know so well. And please note that at the top, name of school, school code number, specifically the school code number, the organizer, the cell number, and the email address has to be completed for each one of the 5 tabs, keeping the grades on separate tabs. The reason why the school code number is so important is if you look at the first entry here, David Ramaboka as learner 08001, then David's exam number will be the school code number 11065-08001. So that is the combination of the school code number and the learner code number. For the second David here, his exam number would be 11065-08017. So keep in mind the exam code because we'll get back to that. So this is the Excel form that we will be sharing with you either tomorrow or in the next week. Now we get back to this one. I'm going to choose that file. Okay, I'm going to choose that file so that name reflects there. And then I'm going to say import from Excel. So now you had to make very sure that the numbers contained in your table, the 6 learners here, corresponds with the 6 learners on your Excel. If you now scroll back up, at the top you have 2 tabs, school selection and learner entries. And if you click on learner entries after uploading the Excel, you have all your learners with their exam codes, the corresponding grades, gender, race, and the learner codes. So as you can see, the exam code consists of the school code 11065 and the learner code 11007 for Angie Mashaba and so forth. And that is how the registration for the first round will take place and will look. I just want to show you, this will be the online website. So now we're talking about only those that registered online and will also write online. And when your learners then will come and register as a user, that is where the exam code will be entered. So that would be, for example, 11065 11017, as well as an email. The learners choose a password, they enter a phone number, and they register. So as soon as you've entered your learners, there will be enough entries for your learners to register. And on the day of the Olympiad, they will just go to log in, where they will enter the exam code. The email and the password will be remembered, and they can log in. And as soon as they log in, the Olympiad will start. Okay, I think that's the basics. You see there's a couple of people with sound problems. Is that all sorted?
Man, there's a question whether you can edit your entry. Can you respond to that, please?
Yes, you can update your entry. Because you're now registered as the user, whenever you click on Olympiad entries and online entry 2024, you will be redirected to your school's page. So then you can make the changes on your table. Let's say we want to add one grade 12 male. You submit, and it will again process the entry. And you'll see that my total is now adapted to 7, as well as the entry cost has adapted to 245 Rand. So you can go back and then just remember to print a new PDF invoice. Okay. You can still register your grade 7s as grade 8s. That would still be fine this year. Any other questions?
Can you also just remind the teachers when the closing date is? And there's a question about the Excel sheet, whether it will be shared with the teachers. Are you going to email it?
Yes, we'll send out the Excel sheet to the teachers tomorrow by email. We'll also place it on the WhatsApp groups, and we'll make sure that everybody receives it as far as possible.
And the closing date, Herman?
Well, the closing date, my apology for the error that was on the website. The closing date is the 23rd of February. The 23rd of February is the closing date. We need enough time. That's on the Friday. That will give us enough time to get everything on our side sorted for you. Closing date 23 February. Excel sheet will be sent to you. Madosi T, you say you did the whole process, but when you try to log in, it says your registration was unsuccessful. Please send me an email, Madosi T, to myself, herman@samf.ac.za. Then I can see whether I can assist you with that. We will share the video and the audio on our YouTube channel. The procedure and the cost is exactly the same for schools outside South Africa. The system is set up so that it will immediately pick up the cost for your school. So whether you are one of the SADC countries or whether you are outside of the SADC region, the system will immediately pick up your cost. The change is exactly the same with grade 9s. The charge is the same for grade 9s for all of them. Telephone number for direct contact is 012-392-9372. Sorry, I'm lost there. 9372. You can also try 012-392-9324 or 012-392-9316. You can also use my cell number, 072-613-5562.
Herman, we have a question from Yolanda.
Yolanda, yes. Is payment due also 23? Yes, the 23rd is a Friday. So the payment must accompany the entry form. If you're doing a manual entry, if you're doing the online entry, you must just make sure that your payment is done before the 23rd of Feb. All right. Online test is automatically marked. If you decide that your students will write on paper and you want to still mark round 1 yourselves, that would be that you are choosing the pen and paper option. And then you need to submit your entry form by scan or by email. then you will not use the online registration. The learner codes are on the Excel sheet provided, so the school doesn't have to create them. Yes, Paulus, the presentation will be available. There is the YouTube channel. MST schools, we have got no arrangements with MSTs at this stage. So please discuss this with your MST coordinators. They need to tell you whether they will be supporting your schools for the Olympiad and how they will be supporting the schools, whether they'll pay part of the entry fee or the full entry fee for your school. You can also get your MST coordinators to contact us directly, and then we can work from there with the WhatsApp link for the Excel sheet. We'll create one. You can register online, even if you want to do pen and paper. The online registration, I think you saw now, is really quick and easy, and you're in control of the whole system. So there can be no errors in the number of learners or in the cost. Everything is calculated directly. So I'd really suggest rather register online, even if you want to do pen and paper. We'll pick up the pen and paper, and we'll then post your parcel to you. The WhatsApp helpline 074 515 7463. Facebook handle Mathematics Foundation. Past papers, Eldrin, is available on our website. If you're on our website, you can just go to the home page and scroll down, learner development, past papers, and you will find the Maths Olympiad past papers, the challenge past papers, the team competition past papers, and the tertiary Olympiads past papers. So it's on the home page, but you will have to be registered as a user and logged in. Then I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending. We were a bit inundated. We did not expect so many people to attend. I hope this helped. Please use my cell phone number and give me a call if you need me to repeat something or to guide you through the process. Thank you very much and have a wonderful Thursday afternoon.